Gentleman yields. Gentleman from Texas, Mr. Ratcliffe, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me start off where my friend and colleague from Louisiana left off, and that's thanking our entire panel today. Director Rasmussen, let me just tell you that I believe that our nation is safer and better because of your service, and I will just tell you that you will be missed. Secretary Duke, as the chairman of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Protection Subcommittee here, I have enjoyed working with you, and I have appreciated your leadership on what I believe is our greatest national security threat in the long term, cybersecurity. Having said that, while I look forward to working with you, I have a limited time today. And while I believe that cybersecurity is our greatest national security threat, I believe that our most urgent national security threat right now relates to Section 702 that has been mentioned a number of times. And so let me turn to you, Director Wray. The reason I call 702 the most urgent national security matters, I think it's been mentioned that it's about to expire. We have 9 legislative days left here in this Congress before the Section 702 of FISA expires at the end of the year. Now, it has been mentioned that 702, broadly speaking, targets foreign intelligence from non-U.S. persons reasonably believed to be outside of the U.S. But quantifying exactly how important 702, I think, has been left out of some of the discussion, and I want to give you the opportunity to expound on that or maybe refute it. Our intelligence agencies estimate that 25% of our actionable foreign intelligence comes directly from 702. Do you believe that to be accurate?
I'm not sure that I know what the percentage is, but that doesn't surprise me, that estimate, and I would have no reason to question it. I will tell you that every person I talk to who's actually seen the operation of Section 702 internally up close, and I've sat with agents at the terminal watching how they use it so that I could be sure that I was really understanding it, every single one of them is just horrified at the thought that we would lose that valuable tool.
Well, let's assume our intelligence agencies are correct and 25% is an accurate number. Are you aware of any legal authority that would provide us a greater percentage of actionable foreign intelligence than Section 702?
No.
Okay, so we've established that it's very, very important to our national security. Now let's talk about how effective 702 really is. I participated last week in a debate at the Judiciary Committee as Congress moved forward, and the Judiciary Committee moved forward something called the USA Liberty Act, which seeks to reauthorize but significantly modify 702. In the course of that discussion, I found some of the well-intentioned criticism to be misguided and unfair because some folks are conflating Section 215 and telephony metadata with Section 702. Would you agree with me that those comparisons are misguided and unfair?
Yes, I would.
All right. So one of the, I think, legitimate concerns and questions that's been raised about Section 702 relates to the issue of incidental collection of information on Americans and even non-U.S. persons who are in the United States. We know that that happens. But again, I think what has been left out of much of the public debate, and I want to give you the opportunity to weigh in and clarify as we, members of Congress and the public watches this debate move forward, there is oversight of this incidental collection that takes place. It takes place through an oversight board, a nonpartisan board called the Privacy and Civil Liberties Oversight Board, or PCLOB, correct?
Correct.
And PCLOB has actually issued a very specific report reviewing Section 702 and the incidental collection that has taken place, correct?
Correct.
All right. And to your knowledge, does that report from an independent oversight board, has it found in the 7 years that 702 has been in place, has it found any intentional abuse of Section 702?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Over 7 years, no intentional abuses of Section 702. I would think that that is essentially a record of success for a government authority that is unrivaled, certainly in my experience. So I guess in summary, you agree with me that 702 is our most important law enforcement and counterintelligence tool with respect to foreign intelligence?
Yes.
And it's our most effective?
Yes.
And it's our least abused?
Yes.
And given that, if we not only fail to reauthorize, but fail to reauthorize Section 702 in as close to as form as it possibly is right now, would we as members of Congress be jeopardizing national security for all 320 million Americans, as in your opinion, as America's top law enforcement official?
That is definitely my view, and I appreciate the question, because I think when I talk about the importance of reauthorizing Section 702, it's exactly as you say. It's the importance of reauthorizing it in as close to the current form as possible.
My time's expired. I thank you all.
Thank you.
Gentleman yields. Let me echo those sentiments. I believe reauthorization of 702 as close as possible to current law is vitally important to the security of the United States. With that, the chair now